Welcome back to the Console Play Podcast, featuring myself, Spencer, and my friend Matt with Outlaw Gaming TV. And after landing on his roof in his personal attack helicopter and rappelling down and coming in through the front door, Fistcake, how's it going?
Pretty good. I really would appreciate you wouldn't tell people about my SWAT missions, but that's okay. That's fine. That's just like a confidential thing. So
yeah, that's like
I might be knocking on your door soon.
National security.
Spencer. Yeah, so all right.
Well, I thought it was cool.
I appreciate that, but now I have to come and kill you. Sorry, it's just you know how the government works.
Oh, you're gonna bring your attack helicopter here? Huh?
You know how the government works.
All right, you gonna try to land on my roof? You gonna try to attack me with your fucking personal bear and shit too? Is that it?
And my dog.
And your
Team
dog.
dog bear forever.
Oh well, I mean, Charlie ain't gonna do shit.
No, Boomer.
Yeah, well, yeah, Charlie. My real dog. He's not the attack kind, but my video game dog, Boomer, he'll do anything. Yeah. He gets shot. You can just rub his belly. He's fine. It's okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
All right, so we're gonna start with what we played this week. Fistcake, why don't you start us off?
Oh well, hey. Speaking of video games we played this week, I played Far Cry 5, which is where Boomer is from, and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, that's where that entire bit was from.
Yeah. Now you know. Boo-doo-doo-doo. But no, I played that for 12 hours on Tuesday. And then like another 8 hours on Thursday, I think. Yeah, that's how that worked out. Yeah, and beat it through. I went like at a leisurely pace.
I went to a Leisure Suit Larry place.
No, I didn't. No, no. That game tries to take you there, but no, it's just no. I enjoy the game. Lots of going on, and it's a very beautiful game. All the mini games, like the fishing and like the hunting and whatnot, that's still pretty fun.
I saw a GIF of that where this guy's like, "Oh yeah, the fishing really brings you into this game," and he's like going, and then out of nowhere, a fucking cougar just attacks him from the side.
Oh, so I haven't really had that, but I've had like the Eden's Gate people like would show up like in the jet ski out of nowhere along the river. I'm like,
no, I'm
fishing.
Fish.
I'm trying to get a golden trout. Leave me alone. I gotta sell it. Come on. I'm trying to get perk points.
We need upgrades for my guns.
Which surprisingly, yeah, they didn't really use the animal stuff to like upgrade stuff. It's just to get your perk points.
That. Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I was like, oh, okay. They just have a bunch of challenges now.
I don't know what I liked more. I think I kind of like the upgrade of you go and collect the animal shit.
The difference in like ways that they're approaching it has to do with the location of the game, because like in the other games it's more of like, oh, you're on this island or whatever, you're by yourself and you're like scavenging for shit, so you're like putting stuff together, and it's a bit more like DIY. And in this you're like in America and you're like in a town, so what do you usually do? Oh well, when you catch shit, you just sell it to somebody, you know.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, plus it kind of ties in with the Far Cry arcade thing, because you get perk points through that as well. So it'd be kind of weird to, like, oh, you had to specifically do this in story mode.
Right. So they're like, yeah, fuck, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I don't really want to do, like, a whole animal skin thing. So why don't we just perk point it? You know, when in doubt, perk point it.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. I guess that we should probably explain this for people who haven't played the game or anything, but Far Cry 5. Yeah, there we go. Far Cry 5, you go on a mission to, you're like a U.S. Marshal deputy. You go with the U.S. Marshal and like the town sheriff and whatnot to go bring in Joseph Seed, who is the head honcho of the whole Eden's Gate Seed family thing. Mm-hmm. And as you do so, you kind of Eden's Gate's like one of those like weird like religious cults that like have taken over.
Yeah, you know,
a certain county.
As they do.
As they're bound to do. Mm-hmm. And basically, typical Far Cry, you go see the big baddie, and things go bad. Oh no. Oh what? God.
No way.
It's crazy. It's unimaginable.
It's insane how a game would like have a call to action scene, you know, and like, you know, move the story forward.
Yeah, exactly. Like the exact same one from like last 30 games, but that's all right, because it's the characters are fine for the most part. They're all right, you know. again, like I was talking to Matt the other night because there's a side mission. Like after all that happens, you're supposed to like bring up a tower, which thankfully that's the only tower in the game.
And the guy mentions it. He's like, "I'm not gonna have you climbing towers all over the place."
Yeah, like it was like a nice little nod. It's like, don't worry, I'm not gonna have you climbing towers all over the county. I'm like, you realized your mistake and you fixed it. Good job, Ubisoft.
Yeah, like 2 games late.
Yeah, but you get to a town called Falls Inn, which I mean, you can approach the game however you want and go to whichever quest you want to first. But he said like they suggest you go there first, and you save the town for a second, and then like, hey, can you help me out? Like the first mission I think is like, hey, can you go grab my dad's semi that was impounded by the Eden's Gate people? Also, it's really sick. It has machine guns, so that actually kind of help us out. Okay. And then like there's a chef in the back talking like, hey, I need to talk to you for a second. I got some really important mission. I'm like, oh, okay, more resistance type stuff.
Yeah.
No, can you go get the testicle festival ready? We really like eating balls here. It's like a yearly tradition of just eating bull balls. I don't. I got more important stuff. You realize there's people with guns outside trying to kill everybody. I don't.
Yeah. But we gotta keep things rolling, right? Tradition. Come on.
Well, that's exactly what he says. Like, oh, really boost morale. I'm like, I don't think you understand. I'm a marshal deputy. I'm not. But you do. You do the quest eventually because
it's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, not too bad. Like that's like when I finally got to it was like after I beat that section anyways. It was a fun little mission. I won't spoil it for anybody.
Like how? Yeah. Okay. Actually, yeah. We don't want to spoil it for anybody.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah. But so far, I mean, not so far. I beat the entire game. Good game. The only complaints I have with it is the fact, like for each area that you go, you're supposed to fight like another member of the Seed family before you attack Joseph Seed yourself. And each area has like a bar, which is kind of like similar to Just Cause's 3, like Mayhem Bar, where basically you just cause a bunch of bullshit to happen in an area to the point where you finally take on like the family member in that area.
Yeah.
So like a more convoluted version of when you're in Shadow of War and you're like calling like one of the guys out. You're like, hey, you fight me. I'm going to beat a bunch of your guys. And he's like, oh, you're in my fort. And then they come out and they attack you.
Yeah, kind of like that. Like it's just kind of like a long progress bar. You can do that by taking outposts, side missions, story missions, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, the third point to the fourth point is like the longest one for not like a particular reason. Cause like at that point, like usually you've done like every story mission for that area, every like side mission, and you're still like 400, 500 points away from like getting to that goal.
Jesus.
Yeah. But I mean, you can kind of do like a half hour or so if you just like run around, liberate outposts and stuff, but it's still like, it seems unnecessary because like the first 3 are like, boom, oh, you did a couple things. Boom, oh, you did a couple things. All right. Now they're kind of really pissed off, or they're not too pissed off, so they have an extra like lease now for some reason. They just want to chill out for a second.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you know what? He's staying out of those places. Let's just take a nap.
Yeah. Just gonna relax here. No big deal.
Let's wait be passive until things really hit the fan.
Yeah. All right. If fire's not at my doorstep, don't wake me up.
I don't care. All right. But well, it's just not a huge deal. Like it's just kind of like weird. It's like, okay, just kind of like a pacing thing. Like I get it, you probably want to like pad more time for your game, but
I wonder if maybe they should have made the previous 2 a little bit longer or something to kind of even out.
I would say like split the difference amongst the 3 of them that way, because I mean it's just at the point like basically just trying to like do everything you can to get to that 4th thing, and it just takes too long.
Yeah, I feel like some games, what they'll do is they'll have things like that, and they make the first couple easier, or like at least the first one easier, to kind of be like, hey, this is the loop, this is the gameplay loop, and then you move on. But in most games, they have like more of those types of, like, there's more than just like 3 or 4. So I guess it's probably way more noticeable to be like, finish the first one, finish the second one, third one. What? Boom.
Where'd it go? Oh god.
Yeah.
But which again, that's not a huge deal. It's just one of like, could have been done a little bit better.
Yeah.
And the second thing is their use of bliss, which is this like their go-to drug for everything in this game. They've like somehow native to this area in Montana, there's this flower that produces this thing called bliss, which is the drug that they make it that the Eden's Gate people like formulate and make themselves. Which I thought it was just kind of like a meth thing, because like you'll have like enemies who are basically just either like really strong because they're so high on bliss, or they're just essentially zombies because they're super high on bliss.
Right. So it's either high on bliss or super high on bliss. Gotcha.
Yeah, and it's just like it's like two completely different things, and it's just kind of like their like fucking plot thing, I guess. It's just like they kind of go to like, oh, they were high on bliss, it's fine, but like, what does bliss do though? Does it make you relax? Does it make you high? I don't understand.
What's the chemical component in bliss?
It's just really weird because like the North guy, Jacob Seed, he uses it to make like super soldiers and like super wolves and shit. But the sister in the East, she just uses it to control people, like just to like
so
turn them into zombies
bliss
and whatnot.
Is multifaceted.
Yeah, I was gonna say like so
Yeah,
it just kind of does whatever they feel like it needs to be doing at that time. You think that they would have at least gone the extra step and be like, oh, this is a different strain of bliss, and you know we're using this aspect of it, or maybe this is just instead of bliss, it's happy.
Yeah, it's just like with the North part, they use it to like kind of drug you into like basically going on like each time you go, vision quest essentially, like as you just go into like the same scenario and just shoot the same people each time, but then like there's a twist on the last time because of course if you do it 4 times, wah. But and like essentially like what he does is like make it like a Schrodinger, well not Schrodinger's thing, but he like plays a tune as you get blissed up, and then like you wake up and then you go into like
Pavlov's dog.
Yeah,
Pavlov, that's right. I was about to say Schrodinger. I'm like, that's not.
That's
nope.
the cat. I'm talking about the
that's
dog.
the cat. I need the dog. Shit. And then like again, like with the lady, she just essentially like just makes her like, hey, you know what? More bliss for you. Just get so high on bliss that I can control your mind now.
So is it like just make it more suggestible, or is it literally just like control their mind?
Like at first it's just like susceptible or like more susceptible, and then like literally she controls like some guy's mind at some point.
I am the bliss.
I am the bliss, mother. Like the most like I think the most like interesting villain in the entire game would be the first one, not Joseph Seed, but John Seed, yeah. Because the only thing he uses with bliss, which kind of makes sense, is like, hey, shoot him with a bliss bullets, which I guess are just kind of like forms of tranquilizers, and they just knock you out. Like I can see that, like, oh, you're just, you get knocked out,
weaponized bliss.
Exactly, and then like he actually blasted.
But, so blasted on bliss right now. I'm so blissed out.
I'm so blissed out, dude. I'm so blissed, bro.
Which strain you got, dude? You want to give me a soda? Nah, man. It ain't that strain.
You got the Southwest region or North region? I don't want to go out and kill a bunch of people, man. Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to get my relax on. Yeah. I'm about to watch some cartoons.
Let's just get blissed out and watch fucking Tom and Jerry.
There we go. It's a perfect crime. Yeah, no, and also like his thing with the story is like when you actually encounter him, there's like nothing with bliss. It's just him like talking to you and like explaining what his bringing up is. Whereas the other two, it's just like constantly like, oh, now you're in a drug-fueled state, but where are you? Where did you go? How did you get from his facility into a random field or a cliff or whatever? It's like, I mean, I get it that you're drugged out, but there's usually like some kind of like parallels between like the drugged out world and like the real world.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It felt like, I don't know if they got lazy with that, but it just seemed like it was like, oh,
thought out.
Yeah, like how do we get him from here to there? Oh, he was blissed out, bro. He was just blissed out. It's fine.
Fucking blissed, man.
There's so much bliss.
It's like any plot question that they have. They're like, do we have this drug? And it's like the perfect drug. It can do everything, just depending on how you feel like you need to be using it.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's just, again, like that. Great game. Love the game. I highly recommend buying it, but just don't like. If you're kind of like nitpicky about like story details, like I am, it's just like don't get too excited about that part. But everything else, like the gameplay and like Far Cry Arcade's actually pretty fun. I played a couple missions on that, and pretty fun game. Highly recommend it. Go out and buy it. Buy 3 copies. Play with your friends. Blah blah blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
I mean, I played about 3 hours of it, and I thought, and this is like a common complaint among the people, but the enemy spawn rate is actually kind of crazy. Where you you can't do
happens a lot.
hardly anything without having like the whole army come and fight you, which is fine, I guess. But like they have other like it feels like no place is safe. Like you can't like go fish, you can't go like hunting, you can't drive a fucking car because they all like they know you immediately. And you're like, how do you know me immediately? I'm driving in a car past you.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe that's something that they might want to fix in the future, or if that's like maybe like their secret plan all along was like, yeah, you have all these other activities, right? But you ain't safe. You aren't safe. And
apparently the enemy spawn rate goes down once you clear an area.
Oh, so like
but
initially,
the first,
yeah,
like trying to get anywhere or do anything, it's like you need a helicopter. Or
yeah, you need a helicopter to get to places pretty quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, you're just gonna be like, oh, that person needs help, and then you're like, I'm gonna go save this resistance member, and then like that fight that should take like 2 seconds turns into like a whole fight. Your fucking dog's dead. You're like, oh shit, I threw a grenade at him by accident.
We had an issue with that in Assassin's Creed Origin as well, where we went on one mission. We went on a couple of them where they had these roaming guards or whatever around, and if they even like see you, is that person fucking fighting, right? Like just across like a lake, they're like, that guy's fighting, and then they join the battle, and then their enemies also join, and they're not really on your side, but they're not on their side, so it's like this 3-way battle, and like all you were doing was like taking out like 5 guys. All you need to do is take out 5 guys, and now you're like fighting a bunch of people, and they're all on horses, and fighting people when they're on horses is really shitty. So it's like, I wonder if that's a common issue. They're trying to make this open world where there's like encounters and stuff like that, but the encounters end up kind of like bleeding over and getting in the way.
Yeah, I would say that they need to tone it down a little bit. Like
tone it down,
because it kind of gets in the way of like because you don't want to be like just like mowing through people all the time.
Yeah, it feels less like a world that you're like exploring where there's people.
And you're like, why are all these people here? Like this fucking cult has this many people. Yeah. There's like 1 million people. They could start their own state. They have their own legislature.
I mean,
it's crazy.
They're trying.
That's the goal.
I guess I didn't really. I guess I didn't really notice that because I was just trying to get through trying to beat the game. Like taking some pit stops to like do other stuff, but
yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
I guess
usually
I just didn't notice
in
as much.
Games, I like to clear outposts and do all like pretty much 100%
like that area,
and then go from there. But it makes it hard in this game because you're like, that would here, and then I'm like driving, and you're like, I'm gonna fight 15 million people. But
yeah, I would
think.
Yeah, like the only thing I would say is that maybe they should like give you a little bit more leeway when you're like driving one of their vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
That way, like, you're in one of their vehicles. You think they wouldn't even care?
Yeah, because you're not like dressed as a U.S. Marshal anymore. You're dressed like as a regular civilian, so they can't really tell.
I hate when games do that.
Oh man, that character creator, dude, so fucking bare bones.
Oh yeah, no, like the hairstyle was terrible. But I of course, I'm rocking the mullet because I mean, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, you have to.
Oh, I'm not.
While you're in Montana.
Yeah, gotta rock that mullet, dude.
Yeah.
Come on, man, rock the mullet, man.
And they don't even have any beards or anything like that. I thought that was lame.
That's weird. You think like a religious cult would definitely have beards?
Well, no, they're all bearded. You can't be bearded.
Oh, but I can't.
Yeah.
That's probably how they know.
Yeah. You can't even be driving in the car. It's like, wait, who's driving the car? Is that guy beardless? Okay, hold on.
Ain't one of us.
When was the last time you saw a cult member with no beard? All right, that ain't gonna happen. That ain't one of us.
Yeah,
not on my watch.
Like,
I hate it when games like the enemies just know that you're there, or they just know that you're an enemy. Oh, this guy's an enemy, obviously, because he's the player.
Like, also, it seems like stealth is kind of not good in this because they find you real quick. Like, I don't know, it's weird. Like in the other Far Cry games, you could take out a whole outpost without them knowing you were there, and in this one, they like. I guess they're smart because they go to where the bullets come from, but I'm I'm suppied up. I'm suppressed. Or I'm using a bow and arrow. How you know where that came from?
Yeah, that seems like an AI issue.
But
anyways, I mean, it is really hard to sneak on that, but yeah. Like, I usually try to sneak up there with like my sneakiest characters, and then usually just all goes to hell. I'm like, okay, Bust out the light machine gun. Let's go.
Yeah.
Fine, I guess I won't use the bow.
Well, I'm super stubborn when it comes to weapons, so I'm like bow, sniper rifle, revolver. So I got no automatic weapon.
Oh, yeah. That's,
So-
you need. Well, once you get the 4th upgrade, yeah, you should probably throw an Audi on there.
I mean, maybe I might just get.
God damn it, man. Do you
I might
want to
get
beat
like
the
a-
game sometime this year?
This is the way I like to play.
Fuck your way of playing. You got to beat the game its way.
Just get a grenade launcher and just like, fuck it, right? So like you just use the bow, and then if there's just too many of them, just blow them all up. I actually don't even know if there's a grenade launcher in the game. I'm just assuming.
There's,
yeah.
yep,
Yeah,
there's
okay,
one. I
cool.
think there's a couple actually, but
Ooh,
other games I played this week: XCOM 2. Been playing in my free time. Obviously playing easy mode. Because I'm not good at strategy games, and every time I think about XCOM 1, where I played like a little bit of it on normal mode, I just remember pure anger and frustration all the time. So I decided against that. Then we played some Human Fall Flat Friday night.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. It's a fun little game to play with your friends like once in a while, just to get goofy and
it's just like
throw
a
shit
silly
around.
game.
And also have been playing a lot of Yakuza Kiwami. Just basically, and I'm like at chapter 10 or 12, I can't remember now. And I'm just like basically grinding out for all the moves and fighting Majima everywhere. Oh god, he's all over the place. Jesus, it's so weird. But yeah, that's pretty much it in my week of video game playing. What have you two been playing?
So we didn't do a Tuesday game because we wanted to play A Way Out because it was just a new game. We wanted to get it in.
We need that SEO. We need those clicks, baby.
Yeah, those clicks. So we actually played and beat A Way Out this week. So we both beat games this week, which is pretty crazy. Without going into spoilers, it's a pretty good game. The cooperativeness of it is good. It suffices. Don't go into the game assuming that there's going to be anything more than just like the path you're supposed to take. There are some moments where like basically it's like, do you want to go in there loud or do you want to go in there strategically? And those are the choices you get, because like Leo wants to go in there loud, and then Vincent wants to go in there and be
smart,
like a bit more logical. You're like, okay, well, do I want to rob this convenience store and give the gun to Leo? And then he walks in and just like immediately shoots the gun in the air. And then there's some choices like we were talking about where you try to take steps to avoid certain things. Like for instance, in that convenience store section, you can go over to the payphone and rip the cord out of the payphone so people can't use it, right? So the cops don't get whatever. But as we played through, it doesn't seem to change anything.
Yeah, that doesn't seem to change anything. It might, like that. There's a guy there. He might have tried to call, but I think the big one is when you're escaping the prison. Obviously, you escape the prison. People.
Yeah.
It's not
you get
like
out of the
prison. Yeah. You can cut the phone cord for the warden, and we pretty much did the whole. Like we pretty much did everything that was necessary not to get caught.
Yeah. But there's this moment that happens where it's like it
No
just
matter
forces
what,
you
yeah,
into not necessarily getting caught, but into alerting the guards. So there's nothing you can do to avoid alerting them when you leave. The game has a situation where it just forces it, and you just now it's a chase.
Yeah. So then, why give you that option to begin with?
Yeah. Why give you all these things where you can go in there and take extra steps to like cut cords or be extra careful and stuff like that?
Because we were being extra careful.
Oh yeah, we did everything we possibly could. We didn't get caught once inside the prison. We did all that stuff perfectly.
Yeah. So it's just weird, kind of like it gives you these
Why have it
choices
there in the first place? Yeah.
don't mean anything.
Yeah. And I understand that it's they're definitely trying to tell a story, but it sometimes it feels like
It's artificial.
yeah
They give you artificial choices that don't matter.
yeah
And that's pretty much
That's always frustrating.
that's pretty much like the whole game.
yeah.
The
And
whole game that gives you choices that don't mean anything.
in fact, we can't really go into it because we don't want to spoil it because it is a good game, but we do have a lot of thoughts about the ending, and
The ending is kind of disappointing.
it's
Womp, womp, womp.
yeah it's one of those where there is a lot of potential for possibilities, and those there was no choice basically.
Yeah.
And it's a little frustrating because it's like, you know that what the developer's trying to do is give you the situation where you bond from like a game player standpoint with these characters, and you know you're this guy and you're this guy, and so you're invested in like their different backstories, and then it kind of forces you into a choice. But yeah, besides that, the characterization is pretty good. The voice acting was, it's
like a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Sometimes the Leo would be like,
have a bit more of an accent than usual.
Yeah, he would be like, like, I don't know. He would be like, I'm from like New England area.
Yeah.
But then like sometimes he would dip into like a different accent.
Yeah, he would pull like weird, like he was like quasi, but like, or like he would like pull in like weird things that you don't really expect necessarily to come from like, like the Boston area or the New York area, because I think he's from Jersey or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's just like, we've been watching a lot of Jersey Shore. I don't know. I'm really thinking that you're actually from Jersey. Granted, this isn't the '60s, but whatever.
A lot less of GTL and more of robbing.
A lot less GTL. A lot more Prison Break. I can't come up with 3.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's a good game. It's short. It's like 5-6 hours to play.
I mean, me and Spencer, like, we took our time. And I think we still came in under.
Yeah, we came in under 6 hours.
6 hours, and that's with us fucking around trying to like
do things. Yeah, there's rarely ever a secondary path you can take.
We pretty much solved all the puzzles with no problem.
Yeah,
nice.
But it was a good ride.
Yeah, I mean, like it's good. It's just the ending kind of like just lets you down.
It kind of takes the winds out of the sails a little bit.
Yeah,
so
you're like, oh, this is fun, and then it's like, oh, this is how this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not really sure that there's any use. I mean, it's like a half kind of feeling of maybe play through it again for different possibilities, but I just don't know that there are any worth trying out. So it's kind of like a one and done experience.
Yeah.
I mean, it gives you the illusion that there could be more, but as you play through it, you start to get an idea that there probably isn't. So,
yeah.
I think the game's strongest is when you're doing the prison break.
Yeah,
like that's when like it's like really.
It has a good like
this
loop.
Is strongest.
I mean, some of the stuff afterwards is fun, but it quickly turns into like a buddy cop movie.
Is just like
there.
The shooting is there.
Yeah.
It is a thing that exists, and it is okay.
Yeah,
barely meets like third person cover based shooting.
Yeah, I had the automatic weapon, and I was hitting him sometimes. And Matt had the actual rifle, and you were taking people out left and right, but it's like a 2-shot to the chest or 1 shot to the head. But sometimes you just wouldn't hit somebody, and you're like, I fucking hit that guy. One thing that they did do that is really cool from a mechanic standpoint that I haven't seen many games do is when you're running or moving, or if you're shooting a lot, sometimes the reticle will change if you're using an automatic weapon to kind of like, hey, this is becoming harder to control because you're using an automatic weapon. Instead of doing the normal thing, which is where usually you'll see the reticle will get wider, and it's like, hey, you're spraying a bit more now. In this game, they have a little dot that kind of moves a little bit, like inside
where the
circle.
bullets are going.
So you can kind of look at where it's at.
Yeah, so you can control. Well, not control, but you can predict where you need to like aim the gun, move the gun to work with the recoil.
Yeah, that would be great if it was more accurate. Sometimes it works really well at like mid-range, like 20-30 feet away, but as you get farther away it seems like there's like kind of a random element to the way the bullets fly sometimes, because sometimes you just don't hit somebody. Not that it really affects you, because we didn't really. I think I died once from getting shot, and that was because I didn't catch on to what you're supposed to be doing, and I think those shots were like designed to just kill you.
They're from the 50 cal.
Yeah, so
the sniper rifle.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, but besides that, it was like, okay, yeah, I got hit a couple times. You wait behind cover. Okay, it's black and white. Nope, now it's color again. You're fine.
Yeah, but I mean, overall, the game is like a solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah, because the storyline
is good
for the most part. Is good. They do a great job of setting kind of like you're in the '60s. Here's these characters and stuff like that. And you get invested. People have families. You meet like people's girlfriends and wives and stuff like that, and they have like interpersonal stories and kind of things like that. So it's pretty cool. but it quickly
Nice.
turns into a buddy cop basically thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So,
thought
yeah,
I was
we'll
going to
have to-
replay it, but after I finished it, I was like, nah,
No more.
probably won't.
But besides that, we played. We already talked about on playing Human Fall Flat. We played some Smash this weekend. Matt basically, just took the crown for the whole weekend. Basically,
Yeah.
I mean, I did a little bit better in
I had a
Smash 4.
27 game win streak on Melee.
Yeah,
Oof.
yeah, I just couldn't recover.
Got tilted. Tilted
No.
so hard.
Well, what was weird is it was like a different type of tilted. I wasn't like mad, but I was just like I just couldn't figure out what to do. And I know if I went back and watched it, I'd be like, no, I'm a dummy. Look, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm killing myself on.
Mamma
What am I
mia.
doing?
Hey,
I'm
Joey.
giving him the victory.
You were a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I was playing really well.
Yeah, Matt was also just playing really well. So it's
when-
like I couldn't make a mistake.
When
and-
Fox and Falco are playing good, it's a good day because you feel like you're playing a different game. Because like they can just fucking destroy you.
yeah.
You get one opening. Spencer missed like a wave dash or something like that, and he's dead because he did that.
Yeah, if I ran and then like messed up like dashing back and forth and got caught in the little slide animation, I'm gonna die. Like that's how tight it was.
So tight.
So tight.
And then I played Nino Kuni 2.
Oh yeah.
And so far, I'm really enjoying that. It's cool. It's right now I'm at the point where you're building up your empire. So now you have like kind of like a base building
Oh, that's
aspect
cool.
to
Yeah,
it.
because I guess you're the president, so you have some
fun.
kind of leadership
You're not
thing
the
going.
president. You're playing as a kid,
Oh,
the king.
right.
You have Ding Dong Dell, and then you have to make a new empire because the brats overthrow you.
Gotcha.
Spoilers.
Lore.
Fucking 15 minutes it happens.
Oh God.
But it's super easy. A lot of people are like, it's easy. I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care that it's easy. Like,
Is it fun?
it's fun, and they're throwing a bunch of different kind of cool aspects to the JRPG situation, because I don't know any JRPGs that have you build up like a kingdom, and you're literally like you're building up the kingdom.
Yeah.
You place your buildings where you want them. You have coffers. You have like your army. They have like a on the world map. You can have army battles where like your two groups of units will follow you around, and you can like direct them, and
It's like a kind of like a Total War
yeah, like a little bit.
mixed with JRPG.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of cool.
But yeah, really enjoying that. It's fun. So far, I mean, like it's been pretty good. And you can play as the president guy, or you can play as the kid, or you can play as pretty much any playable character in there. And they have different movesets and different special abilities and stuff like that. I just mostly play as the president guy because he has a gun, and he's like cool. So
Guns OP in a fantasy world.
yeah,
Yeah, probably. We also played. Oh, are you finished with
I
it?
think I'm done. Oh
Okay.
yeah, I already said I played Far Cry 5.
Yeah, well, I was going to say we also played a bit of. Went back and played a little bit of Uncharted 4.
Mm-hmm.
Played about an hour of that. It's
nice.
Uncharted. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
The character, you're getting everything you want out of it, basically.
And we also played Tales of Xillia.
And I played about a couple
Ooh.
hours of Tales of Xillia, and
Right.
yeah, I mean it's good. The combat system is of course different, but because they always have a slight change in between the different ones, it's mostly
Oh, yeah.
the same. It's
This one seems more simple.
yeah, it seems simpler, but I kind of like
Kind of like it better.
yeah. It's
Is this the one with the doctor and like the elemental lady?
Yep.
yeah, wow.
Okay, yeah, I've
Spot
been
on,
that
dude.
one, yeah.
You got it
Yeah.
perfectly. Yeah, it's exactly the game it is. I sound
Nice.
sarcastic, but I'm being real. Yeah, no, it's good. It like the entire system just makes sense immediately, which is really nice. They do a good job of explaining it. I had a problem in Berseria where like there's a lot of features that I just didn't know what the fuck was happening.
Literally,
half the
almost
time.
after every battle, they'd be like, "This is something you should know," and they just shoot you a big giant block of text. They're like, "You can press RT and then a direction and do like this thing." You're like, "I don't." What,
Yeah,
when am
Berseria
I
is like
supposed to use that?
like 4 times as complex as this game so far.
Yeah, I can
And-
see that because like Zestria is kind of like a big jump from Xillia 2. When I try to play, I was like, why? I don't need all this new shit. I just need to kill enemies. That's all I need to know.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
need to know
Zestria
about limit breaks.
Does have a cool thing with like the whole amortization and all that stuff where you can kind of so like that makes sense. And then it just gets crazier when you get into Berseria. It's still fun, but it's a tad overwhelming.
Yeah. Especially if you're coming from it
from
never
nothing.
playing Tales.
Yeah, never playing a Tales of game. Smart decision. But yeah, so far Xillia seems like a pretty good game. The characters are pretty cool, and it's pacing itself pretty well, I think, so far.
It was like kept me captivated.
Yeah.
Unlike Final Fantasy 12, the game sucks.
Also, it doesn't have endless dungeons where you hate yourself like Berseria, so that's great.
It didn't have
so far.
It had the last.
Who did you?
There were 2 dungeons where we got frustrated with it.
Yeah.
Who did you pick to play as?
The boy,
Jude.
Yeah, we
The
looked
boy.
it up
Nice.
because we're like, well, for first time playthrough, people suggested that you play as the boy first, just because more of the storyline stuff has more to do with him, and just overall, like it's kind of a good first playthrough type thing.
I picked him because I just wanted to punch stuff. I mean, that's pretty much.
I didn't even know what his moveset was when I picked him. It's like, oh, he's a doctor. I'll figure it out.
And he uses his fists.
Yeah.
For healing and for killing.
And I love like in every fucking JRPG, they're always like, look how like everything is like going nice.
He's got, like a life. He's like going places.
Oh, he's gonna be a doctor.
He's gonna be like the assistant
and
doctor
nothing
guy.
bad will happen to him along his journey to become a doctor. We're thinking Tales of Xillia. We're gonna be like we're just living this dude's life. We're gonna start our own private practice. It's gonna be make our own hours.
Yeah.
And it's going to be great. And then, like,
we're gonna
that
hire
night,
a secretary.
Who would have thought it?
Oh, boy.
Shit hits the fan.
Oh, can't find a doctor.
Every JRPG does that shit.
Yeah.
And you're like, stop fucking.
Oh,
and
then
Kuni doesn't really do that.
They did the other thing, right? Which is, this character is really powerful, and they do all this stuff. Oh man, they have like 500 more points in all of their stats than you, and they're like, oh, I wonder when the time comes when they get brought down a peg or 5, and then lo and behold. What happens in the first? In the first couple hours? Oh no, I've lost connection with the elemental beings. I can't even use a sword anymore. I need to level up now.
I need to grind.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much all we played this week. Played a lot actually.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
We watched a whole season of Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, we did watch a whole season of Hell's Kitchen.
Boy,
well, we started watching MasterChef Junior.
Why?
It's
I like Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, Hell's Kitchen's hilarious because you just watch people just be like, oh, just fuck
we don't
up.
have to go into it. It's not video games. I thought it would be funny.
Yeah, all right. So let's actually move into some topics. Half the podcast.
What people are here for.
So let's talk first about Sea of Thieves. So we had a huge discussion about Sea of Thieves last week. We're not going to go more into that necessarily, but this we didn't want to talk about this particular streamer who was the first person to make Pirate Legend. And his name is Prodigy X, but he has like instead of the I, he has like a 1 because of course.
You have to. Yeah.
Basically, in order to become a Pirate Legend, you need to get level 50 in all 3 of the main factions, and then you're Pirate Legend. But the game has Twitch integration, which allows you to what specifically.
I don't know. I didn't even know it had Twitch integration until you mentioned it.
Well, let me look in here
I think I can explain the gist of the story.
Yeah, you explain the gist of the story.
The guy, he's like a big streamer, so he has a bunch of viewers, and he just had his viewers bring him all of the shit that he needed. He didn't even leave the aisle, like the outpost. He just turned everything in. And people were saying that he only sailed like once or twice. He didn't know how to do any of the stuff. So he literally sat in the outpost, had everybody bring him the gold and the shit, and then turned it in. And then now he's the first.
Okay. So yeah, I did misunderstand. The way they worded it was just like he boosted his way through the game with the help of his Twitch followers. Made me think that there was something that you could do with the game with the Twitch followers, but no, literally people had joined the game.
The hell out of that.
Well, that's why we're here. You can discuss it. It gets hashed out. People just join the game and literally just help them out. And actually, it's pretty funny. It's like one Redditor wrote in a top thread. It said he is then met with a riddle and responds by staring at a wall for 45 minutes while he essentially learns how to use his inventory for the first time. For a follow-up, he continues to stand around while he waits for someone to provide him with an easy answer on what to do next. The problem-solving skills here are embarrassing. He's not even attempting to tackle the task at hand. Legendary incompetence.
Yeah, I guess I don't understand what the problem is since people were voluntarily doing this for him.
Well, I think the main thing is that he's the first pirate legend or whatever.
So now he has that title, like, I was the first pirate legend. But
and I think they do something with you in game, like they're gonna put like they make a statue of you or something, which I think should go to people who actually played the game, even though it's shit, and that enjoy it. Like, dude didn't even know what the fuck he was doing.
Okay, that actually makes sense. Yeah. See, I didn't know that there was going to be some other like additional. Hey, if you get this pirate legend, thing,
you get like
this is a true achievement because this game is like a grind.
They have a 10-year plan,
and you get a statue and you get remembered forever. And so this guy's like, I'm gonna be remembered forever for cheating the system, which usually I don't care about. But like the fact that he's like taking that opportunity away from somebody who's actually trying to get it, that does kind of
enjoying the game and playing it.
Because I thought it was literally just like a title, and you're like, oh, he just got it, whoop-de-fuck, But no, it's like. Yeah, it's like taken away from him.
But I guess they unlock a special outfit, a new shanty. He gets access to a new faction with additional quest lines and decorative items, which, oh boy.
Oh, the whole game is filled with decorative items.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because he relied heavily on the help of other players to earn the solo rewards, Reddit users have launched a campaign using the hashtag not my pirate legend, hoping to galvanize Sea of Thieves player base to disavow the streamer as the game's first top player. The game's subreddit also is full of jokes mocking how Prodigy played the game, which includes claims that he made it to level 50 with the help of unwitting crews who put in most of the work.
So I guess he's talking shit about them too? About the people that helped him out?
Really? What a fucking asshole.
No, from what let me see, the game is... which includes claims that he made it... Oh, no, that's what the people are saying. Okay, never mind. I thought like that was a quote from him saying like how he's like, oh yeah, they didn't know what they were doing. They thought they were just...
Oh, okay. So people didn't know what the pirate legend got, so there was a mystery with it. But as it turns out, it's actually not that good. Yeah.
So you don't get a statue?
No, you don't get a statue.
People were saying
but
on
Rare
Reddit
was
that you got a statue. They just went on the internet and lied.
Yeah,
then I regurgitated it, and now I'm a liar.
Yeah, it says here, even if Pirate Legend doesn't come with the grand treasure that Rare suggested it might, the bigger issue is that players don't believe Prodigy deserves to feel the pride associated with the achievement.
He doesn't deserve this sense of pride and accomplishment.
Yeah.
Says EA.
Yeah, and basically what they were saying is, compared to how challenging it is to make through all the necessary quests to unlock the title, the reward seems slight. He earned the right to call himself Pirate Legend, which appears in-game, a special outfit, and one of the game's shanties. And also gained access to special areas, one including a new faction that comes with additional quest lines and decorative items, and that's literally all you get. And apparently people were... The way Rare was talking about Pirate Legend was that more would be like something more. Like I guess there was a larger expectation. As it turns out, not only did this guy get it by just not even playing the game and not giving a shit, it also kind of like blew up the complete mystery of gaining the title in the first place.
Yeah. Again, it's less scummy now. Well, I mean, less scummy. It's like 90% scummy. It was 100% when I thought he got a statue.
Yeah. Like just now, when I thought that there was going to be like a permanent in-game thing, I'm like, that sucks.
Yeah.
But no, there's no permanent thing.
Just play why? Just it takes away from the people who actually enjoy the game and want to accomplish that the legit way.
Yeah. So
I guess they're thinking is like if you're playing that much of it, I guess really all you want more at the end of it is to play more of it. So that's why they just give you just more shit to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, fuck that guy, Prodigy.
I still don't really see a huge deal about it, but I mean, I don't really care about Sea of Thieves as well. So
yeah, no, I mean,
I'm just trying to put my viewpoint from the perspective of the people who enjoy it, and that's making me a little, like I'm getting outraged for them. You know what I mean? Like I'm pulling a tumbler right now,
right?
Where I just get outraged for other people.
Don't worry, I got this. How dare you?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
you're not offended? Well, I'm offended for you.
There we go. I just enjoy the game. No, fuck you. You got to be the first Pirate Legend. No.
They took that away from you. No, I actually hate the game. I think it's shit. They took that away from you.
I'm doing this for you. This isn't for me.
Yeah.
We'll just say he's the first unofficial Pirate Legend. That way everybody wins. Hurrah. Okay.
Yeah, so moving on, we have The Attacks. Kevin Pereira acknowledges Twitch view botting controversy, and he stated, I had nothing left to lose. So basically, it's difficult to worry about the success on Twitch when you're a solo streaming operation. It's a completely different scenario when you're trying to ensure that an entire team of people can keep working. And that's the situation that they found themselves in. So Kevin Pereira, a longtime fixture in the gaming community, is best known for being the host of the Attack of the Show, and which aired only for 7 years, actually. I didn't realize it was... I thought for some reason it might have been longer. Still a long time, though.
I mean, 7 years, that's long.
Yeah. He ended up turning to viewbotting, a practice that falsely inflates the number of viewers watching a stream or video. It's frowned upon within the streaming community, and it violates Twitch's terms of service. After being discovered, he voluntarily took down the Twitch channel before it could get suspended. Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he pretty much admitted it 100%.
Yeah, he told Polygon...
I mean, good on him. I mean, he was just... he did the wrong thing for the right reasons.
Yeah.
I'm going to get that tattooed.
Yeah.
Along with the other two.
He said, I explicitly said I had nothing left to lose and was very flippant about it and said, well, a way to get discovered on the platform is to have a channel that's getting more views. So instead of trying to make the content better or refocus my strategy with the limited time we had left, I decided to shortcut it and try to get some extra views on the channel. So he's talking about how the Attack brand is pretty much done. And that was their last try to get anything out of that and to try to get some kind of success out of it, which is kind of sad.
Yeah, I mean the Attack of the Show was pretty popular on G4. I'm just surprised he didn't call in a favor from Adam Sessler, because he's still pretty popular.
Yeah, I honestly
some of his more G4 oriented buddies that have who have
following,
who have clout.
Yeah, and what's interesting is you'd think that he would go through the usual route, right? So you're an internet gaming personality from the past. Everyone has a lot of nostalgia for you. Why don't you show up on a couple of podcasts that are video game related? Talk about this stuff. Go Content Complete. Or I'm surprised that he didn't make an appearance on the Co-optional or something like that. That seems like something that would just happen, and that's a good way to get an extra 5,000 people to see you, and then you go on the podcast to then describe what it is that you're going to be doing as far as events or shows or something like that, and then people are interested, then they'll come. It just feels like he didn't even try as far as that.
Well,
but
we don't know. We don't know if he tried or not.
We don't know, but I didn't notice. It's just interesting how I guess things just kind of kept going and going and going.
Of it.
Yeah, and then he just never was able to get the type of following that would have kept his team going.
Yeah, like what Matt said, last time I saw Attack of the Show was on G4, and I didn't know it still existed. I didn't know they were still doing stuff with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I don't know if maybe they should have advertised better or something. I don't know. But it is kind of sad because he did it for the right reasons. It's just he didn't want people to lose their jobs. Yeah. And I guess they only had a month left.
So about it.
Yeah, so
that sucks. I hope that he's trying to help the team land on their feet and get them jobs elsewhere. So he's trying to help out his team members, and then he's clearly it was a mistake, but my personal hope is that it becomes the footnote. He knows it's the story right now, and he gets that, but hopes that it becomes the footnote and not just the that's all people talk about when they talk about the Attack. Yeah. I think I remember something about the Attack a year ago or something.
Yeah, a year or 2 years.
They're going to be doing this thing. I'm okay, and then I didn't hear anything else about it. So I have no idea what shows they had. I have no idea what they did. It's it just didn't exist. I
assume it was just a continuation of Attack of the Show.
Yeah.
Which I didn't like that much. I watched X-Play or...
You watched Adam Sessler.
Yeah, Adam Sessler.
Yeah, X-Play. Yeah.
X-Play.
I think it was X-Play. Something like that. With Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
And then the Cheats. Because that bitch was hot as hell. She was fucking hot, dude. Hot as hell.
She's pretty up there. Top 10 easily.
G4 was a pretty crazy time period, the fact that existed at all.
I think it was too ahead of his time.
Oh, yeah.
Easily, yeah, but I enjoy the shows. They were good for me.
Yeah, there were a lot of really good shows.
Plus, they supplemented the other view slots with Ninja Warrior before I actually came over here.
Oh, right, yeah.
It was an original
Japanese show.
Yeah, original Japanese Ninja Warrior. I was oh, okay. That's not bad.
I guess I'll watch it.
I never had cable growing up, so... We just I just watched it at my grandparents.
Nice. There you go.
Makes sense. All right, so Fiskick, why don't you tell us about the new Good Life Kickstarter?
So yeah, the Good Life made by Sweary, whatever. He did a Fig thing, a few months ago, and he only got 682,000, which less than half of his 1.5 million goal. So he pretty much disbanded that. Huge. Well, yeah, he just completely disbanded that, and now he's back at it with Kickstarter. And actually, let me see if I can find the link for the Kickstarter here. Is that it? Okay, yeah. Because I actually watched the video of I watched the Kickstarter video, but I forgot to actually like check out what the Kickstarter is. Why
Great
is this?
job.
Here
I know.
at Content Complete, we do all of our research. Definitely not 30 minutes beforehand. Thank you.
We try so hard. Well, it has 33 days left to go, and it has $204,000 out of the $639,000 it's requesting. So,
How much? What's the what are the numbers again? Sorry.
$204,060 out of $639,849.
That's a very specific number.
It's just, I think it's just coming from yen to American dollars. I think it's just the.
How come he needed 1.5 million before now? Because he made that on Fig.
No, he didn't make it. He only made like half of it. That's what he was just saying just now.
No, he made $600,000 on Fig, right?
Yeah,
Out of
yeah,
1.5 million.
Oh, I think maybe he's trying to get the rest of what he didn't make on the previous one.
You don't get it if you don't meet your goal.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, because yeah, I don't know. It's I wonder if he was like maybe 1.5 million was a bit much. Maybe I'll.
I mean, yeah.
I'll be more realistic about
it. I think that's part of it. Like, also, like, even in this article, people were like impressed that with the new video, because like it seems like they're still working on it, even though they haven't technically gotten the funding for it.
Mm-hmm.
And before, let's just get into the good life thing from last video that we found out to this new video where Swery explains stuff and adds more game mechanics. Essentially, you're playing as a reporter lady that's coming from New York City to Rainy Woods, which we knew that.
Right.
But basically, you're also trying to pay off a debt because you're that drove you to move from New York City to Rainy Woods. And let's see. Yeah. Okay. So basically, you're just trying to do side jobs, trying to pay off that money and whatnot. Also, before we thought you can like transform into a cat, and that we thought like it happened like once a week or like every night. Yeah, because before they said like every night, all the citizens turn into a cat. Oh no! Weird. Now you got to figure out the mystery. Well, that's different because now it's only once a month, and you can choose between a cat or a dog, and they each have like their own special abilities. Apparently,
do the people of the town become cats or dogs? Then I guess.
I think so. It seems like everybody.
Like the dog faction and the cat faction.
It's like the mildest form of lycanthropy, and whatever you
Pretty much,
happens when you turn to a cat.
Yeah, it's like meow or rough.
Thorpy.
Yeah,
feeling throat. But essentially, like, you spend the whole month like looking up stuff, like trying to figure out mysteries and whatnot. I guess the big call to action is like your first week there or whatever. You find a dead body. Of course, because it's a sweary game. So
it's got to be a mystery. It's got to be someone dead.
It's got to be It's got to be a murder mystery. Exactly. So you're just trying to solve that along with everything else. But
side jobs and trying to figure out why the hell am I a cat now or a dog.
Yeah, exactly. And before it kind of looked like it was gonna be like a 2D game because they only had like the cartoon sprites and shit. But now it's like this weird 3D version, which I think is just them still working on it. But
yeah,
it looks kind of weird, but again, I'm sure it's just because like, oh, we gotta show them something. Okay, here we go. Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
Him and Yoko Taro need to get together, make a game.
Oh
yes.
God, are you kidding? No, that's a monstrosity.
Like literally, I'd just be like,
no, it would be either really bad or really good.
And we'd
either
still
way,
play it.
It's win-win.
That just determines whether or not it's on Into the Veil or not.
Pretty much. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It's just going to be like an RPG game where you're just trying to figure out murder mysteries and use your cat dog abilities to.
Yeah, but if you
check it.
I don't want to RP as a female.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
Well, that's a personal problem. I want to be a cat all the time. God damn it.
Yeah. All right. Fuck it. Oh yeah. Where's the male character?
Where's the male viewership or the male? What's it called?
Representation.
Yeah, there we go. That's a word.
We're always
that's pretty
screwed.
much it. We're not enough things. God damn it.
Yeah. Fuck. All right. Yeah. So that was a good life. And if you guys are interested, if anybody's interested, check out the Kickstarter. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be wild. Maybe he'll actually make the money this time.
It might be wet and wild.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But moving on, Fiskay, you want to tell us about Red Faction Remastered, and then we'll call it good.
Very good. Red Faction Guerilla was a game back in the day in 2000. Oh wow, 2009. That's so long ago.
Oh my god, I was just in high school.
Oh Christ!
Ew.
But it's essentially you play as you're like a faction. You're a red faction, and you're a guerrilla. No,
didn't we play that game?
Yeah, we played a little bit of it.
Yeah. You play as just like a guy and like some weird.
Everything is destructible, which was the main selling point of that game.
That was kind of cool.
Anyways, let Fiskay talk.
I got you. Yeah,
it's fine. I was just gonna say that, like, essentially, like, making like a resistance group, trying to fight off the people that have taken over Mars colony or whatever
in a guerrilla fashion.
In a guerrilla fashion, yeah, essentially, yeah, and you just basically destroy stuff. Which, yeah, like Matt said, it was like the first. I can't remember what the technology was called, but like you could literally destroy anything with the sledgehammer. Mm-hmm. It might take you a little bit longer to do it that way, but you could literally destroy everything. And that's like how cool. Like you made like half your traps and stuff.
Yeah. What's weird is I think Guerilla was not as good as the previous one because you're underground way more in Guerilla, I think.
Yeah, so there's less
there's less opportunity to destroy shit, and people are like, that's kind of like ass backwards. Why would you remaster the worst one? This is what I thought the people on Reddit were saying. Again, these motherfuckers, they lied to me last time. I don't know if it's true.
I was just going to say, I think the previous Red Factions were first-person shooters, so I don't know if like you could destroy stuff there too.
I got you. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's the previous Red Factions didn't have all the destructible stuff, but the game that happened to have it, they probably like, oh, well, this technology is kind of hard to get to work, at a high level. Let's put them in more of an enclosed area and limit the interactions of things to break.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I know like there was a sequel to Guerilla. I can't remember what it's called, but it had like the same destructibility. Apocalypse, yeah.
Yeah,
it had like the same kind of. Yeah, it had like the same kind of like destructibility, but it just wasn't like as fleshed out. I think
maybe they were talking about Apocalypse because this is all outside.
Yeah, they might have been talking about Apocalypse. Yeah. Maybe Matt got them mixed up between versions. Okay, yeah. Now that we have that sorted,
boom.
Yes, so they're making a remastered or remaster, if you will.
Yeah, let me try to figure out where it is, if any information. Obviously, typical remastered edition stuff, updated graphics, post-processing, 4K resolutions. Trying to find a date. And THQ actually hinted that something was up earlier this year when it released a surprisingly comprehensive multiplayer balance. Nope. Okay. I don't see a date. But apparently, if you have the original version on Steam, the remastered edition will be free for you. So,
sick.
Now would be the time to go buy that on sale or something, and then get the remastered edition for free.
So why are we calling it remastered?
Because you're on Mars.
Because it's on Mars.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
dumbass.
But yeah, remastered.
Doesn't even know. Yeah, dude. Obviously.
Dude, come on, bro. Jesus.
Come on.
But yeah, excited for those games. Can't wait to see them.
Yeah, should be cool. Worth at least taking a look at.
Oh yeah.
So there was no date for that then. It's just like eventually.
I think it's definitely probably 2018. Yeah.
We'll just see real quick, because like for some reason, PC Gamer doesn't have a thing.
God damn it, PC Gamer! I can get your shit.
Remastered release date. Okay, it was just confirmed for all the stuff. No exact release date yet has been confirmed, but the game is scheduled to launch in Q2 2018. So actually, super soon, probably this fall or
in
this summer.
A couple months.
Man.
Yeah.
Sick. Well, that's cool.
All right, mystery solved.
Yeah, look out for that. But let's go ahead and get to our information. Fiskate, why don't you tell people where they can find you?
Oh, you can find me on twitch.tv/Fistcake. This week I won't be streaming as much because I'll be doing birthday stuff with Evie on Wednesday, and then Thursday till Sunday I will be in Chicago for C2E2.
Oh, you're gonna hang out with Adam?
Yeah, you guys fun something?
Yeah, we're gonna try to hang out sometime either Friday or Saturday.
Nice.
Since I think that's when he's off. I actually have to talk to him first. That's the thing. But I do plan on hanging out with him. But
yeah, I like Adam. He's cool as hell.
Yeah, he's cool.
He's a pretty sweet dude. 10 out of 10 would bro again. But
Nice.
You can also catch me on Twitter. I tweet sometimes. Catch me on YouTube. I'm going to try to release some Far Cry 5 videos this week. Probably just like quick little compilations of like what happened. My artistic journey through Far Cry 5 as I slowly broke down and played the game, and then it just grinded on me forever and ever.
Yeah.
It never ended.
What difficulty did you play it on, you baby?
I don't know if I appreciate the tone of that question.
I'm not even sure you should answer to being called a
I
baby.
played on super baby stupid difficulty. Okay, I don't remember. I think I played on normal.
Okay.
So
Cool.
I'm sorry I didn't play on like super ultra mastered hard edition
What's
like
funny
you
is we
normally
went
do.
through a period where, for some reason, we just wanted to play all the games on the hardest difficulty the first time through. Made no fucking sense. We always would get mad. Or like,
Not always.
I would always get mad. Fuck it.
Because you're always bad.
Well, so...
Ooh. So, I want to play a game and enjoy it. Fuck you guys.
Also, whenever you feel like streaming XCOM 2, you should hit us up so we can play at the same time.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
I
cool.
love XCOM 2, dude.
I'll think about it. I mean, I'll probably be playing an easy mode. Is that okay?
I mean, that's fine.
I guess that's fine.
I'll be playing on normal.
Okay. I just
I'm
don't
not
want
very
you to.
good either, but I'm like, probably better than you. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
continue.
No, that's fine. I mean, I probably I'll talk to you, but I'll have some streams for Monday and Tuesday. That's pretty much it. Videos on Far Cry, hopefully sometime out this week, and probably a video of me playing Borderlands with the Hen House Gaming Boys at some point too.
Oh, also don't forget
If I can
about
manage
the Into the Veil videos that were
Yes.
for Out the Hand.
I was gonna say about for the Into the Veil stuff, but okay.
Oh my bad, sorry.
Shit. No, that's fine. But yeah, no. Also, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'll try to release God Hand videos from Into the Veil. And that's it for me. Where can people find you two?
All right. So for our information on YouTube and on Twitch, we're at the same place, Neanderthal Gaming TV. What's interesting? Some people pronounce Neanderthal.
Those people are idiots.
Actually, it's like Hank Green pronounces it that way.
Okay, damn it.
Yeah, and then like the
I
guy.
respect him as a person.
Yeah, and like a couple of other like sciencey people do it. And they're like, oh fuck, are we saying Neanderthal wrong? Fuck it.
Well, it's our brand.
America.
Yeah, okay. You get to it's pronounced that way because it's our brand. You can follow us on Twitter at NeanderthalGTV or NeanderthalGTV.
Basically, all I tweet is snarky comments to Fizzcake when he tweets something.
Yeah.
Lots of GIFs.
Oh, lots of gifs.
Mostly GIFs. I was about to say, you don't really comment a whole lot. You just usually post GIFs.
Yeah, Matt
I have to,
reacts to things
decipher.
Fizzcake says, and on the Content Complete one as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll be streaming every day this week, as far as I know. Follow us on Twitter to find out maybe if something changes or something like that.
Probably follow Fizzcake. He'll probably let you know.
Yeah.
I'm bad at Twitter.
So the Neanderthal
That's okay.
guys, they're going to be doing this on this day. They asked me to do this because apparently they can't open up Twitter and do it themselves.
It's hard to type on a phone, okay?
No, I just meant because we'll probably be streaming with him.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
So-
It's true.
Oh, gotcha.
On Monday, Tuesday at least. So is this fixed, Matt? Can I press CCP
You
info?
should be able to fix it.
Oh, here we go.
It
We haven't
works.
been hacked.
Yeah, no more hacking. For Content Complete specific
time.
information, you can follow us on Twitter at ConComcast. It's where you can get information about the podcast and Into the Veil and the Adventure Complete podcast and all that good stuff. You can send us ideas or suggestions at contentcompletecast@gmail.com, or you can just say hi. Yeah, email us, please. You can
Don't beg. It makes us look weak.
you can watch us on Twitch at ConComcast. It's live at 3 p.m. Pacific time on
Mondays.
on Sundays. No, we're
Yo,
live.
Okay, sorry. You're right.
live
You're right. You're
3
right.
p.m. Pacific time
My
on
bad, dude.
Sundays.
I fucked it up. I take
At
that
5
out.
p.m. Central Time. Okay, all episodes are available on YouTube. The audio-only version is available on your favorite podcasting app, and both are released tomorrow, Mondays. So we stopped doing it on Wednesdays. I still need to update it. I just don't even think about it. And,
Yeah, we had a guest this week.
yeah, we had a guest this week, so
That's
we didn't run out of
the
time.
excuse.
Yep,
There we
we're
go.
sticking to it. But any last words, guys?
I just want to say the Adventure Complete is going to be on its own feed. It's in the process of getting reviewed on iTunes right now. Once it goes through on there, I will upload it to every other podcasting app, blah, 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 and there'll be a completely new feed for that. So essentially look for Adventure Complete by itself. The new episode will be on that.
Did you want to put like a link to it on the Twitter and pin it?
Yeah, I will. Once it comes out, yeah, I will do that.
Just
But
follow
yeah,
us
just
on ConComcast, and you can find it there,
Keep
or
you
you can
posted.
search Adventure Complete, and it should be there. When will that be changing?
It's in the process now. It usually takes like a day, I think. I think that's how long it took last time to get content complete on iTunes. So,
Gotcha.
worst case scenario, it'll definitely be up by Tuesday.
And you're going to re-release everything up on there, all the previous episodes.
Maybe down the road, because with Libsyn it's like a monthly cap, and I don't have it. It costs money to have extra cap stuff on it. So, but I have it on the actual feed. Like first 5 episodes aren't content complete. So
okay, sounds good.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I have.
Guys.
Sorry.
Well, thank you guys for watching and listening, and for hanging out and supporting us and downloading our podcast. And we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Bye.
Until